What would you accomplish if you treated today as your last clear chance? Not a fantasy, just honesty. What actions fade if you believe tomorrow will always come? How much time bleeds out in waiting for a spark, a reason, some special motivation? Most people let days slip by. They plan grand projects. They invent stories about a different future. But today retreats to the background, swallowed up by distraction. Clarity gets buried beneath notification pings, shallow scrolling, and low-friction comfort. Lulled numb by the next episode, another scroll, a tiny dopamine hit. Every hour, a chance to move. Every hour, quietly spent instead. You felt this before. A heaviness grows from days that stack up unused. It doesn't explode. It leaks, slow, invisible, and relentless. Conversation sounds like, "I'll start next week. I'll get back on track when things slow down." But things don't slow down. Life never clears space for growth. Comfort fills every gap unless you take it back. Discipline isn't built tomorrow. Discipline is born in the smallest decision today, every day. There is a line from Marcus Aurelius: "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculation about others. Therefore, be straightforward and good." Meditations, Book 3, Paragraph 4. He wrote that in the midst of running an empire, facing war, loss, chaos, a reminder to himself not to squander one more day debating or drifting. He made the choice to see each day as an assignment, to be met, never ignored. Clarity arrives when you refuse to lie to yourself about the cost of drifting. Discipline is no secret method. It is choosing not to waste today, no matter how small the progress feels. You don't have to conjure motivation out of thin air. You don't have to feel inspired before you take the first step. You only have to act. In practice, that means getting up early, even when you want to sleep. That means making a plan the night before and sticking to it. That means training when you're tired, reading when you want to scroll, facing a difficult conversation instead of avoiding it. Giving yourself clarity is an act of war against mental noise. When you set a target, write it down. When you find resistance, face it quietly and directly. No elaborate negotiation, just movement. You will fail some days, you will end some days with nothing to show. That isn't a signal to retreat. Failure today doesn't end you. Drifting day after day, that is death by 1,000 cuts. The comfort culture promises energy when you're ready. It sells the idea that you must wait for the right mindset, right time, right energy. But the truth? Each day waits for no one. Small acts of discipline, multiplied, build a life. Don't confuse clarity with certainty. You won't always know the outcome. You aren't owed a roadmap, but you can see one thing clearly: the next task, the next movement. The world rewards those who can see through the fog of distraction and act. Those who do not surrender a day just because it's imperfect. Those who treat discomfort as a signal, not an obstacle. You can build habits that outlast the storms. You can select discomfort over ease, one decision at a time. Every action today is a brick. When you finish the day, you will know whether you stepped forward or slipped back. You cannot fool yourself for long. Every unclaimed hour is still claimed by something. Scrolling, noise, escape. There are no hacks. There is only the hard simplicity of showing up today, working the plan you made, finishing the rep, writing the words, making the call. Nothing grand and cinematic, just the quiet, relentless discipline of a person unwilling to waste what cannot be reclaimed. Tomorrow is never promised. Today is always enough if you treat it as the test that it is. Move, act on what is clear, leave nothing essential undone. Earn your progress, one honest day at a time. That is the Iron Creed, and it begins always with today. This is Iron Creed.